software systems or solutions, and they deliver what can be easily referred to as the common operational picture. And that technology allows both defense, security and critical infrastructure customers the ability to track all of their personnel and all of their vehicles, and use that information to see the current state of security and to plan for any cases where their infrastructure or borders or acts of terrorism might be committed. So it provides what we call situation awareness, and we work with all of the major communications providers, whether they are providing radio or whether they are providing satellite communication, and this then gives them the ability to see in near real time how to respond or how to plan to respond to any developing situation. Now, these software solutions are used widely throughout the European NATO alliance, and we've also seen some success in the Asian region, and I think Ken Beadle's, he may give you a press release about that, so you need to check with him. Also on the stand you see that we have unmanned ground vehicles. That's the robot behind you. Yep. And we have a number of these. Some are larger, some are smaller, and they enable mainly policing but also defence customers to remove suspect packages and to keep danger at a distance. And that is very much state-of-the-art technology. They are very intelligent. They have a lot of onboard sensors that can detect threats such as chemical or other agents that may be released, or biological agents. They also have cameras, and the intelligence from those vehicles can be passed back to the command and control center. So some of the demonstrations that we've been doing this week have shown how information from the robots or any other sensors can be used at the strategic down to tactical level of command and control. So very much an integrated solution. Forms of those robots in different countries. The software is, for us as a UK company, has mainly been deployed throughout Northern Europe, Southern Europe, but also now we've had our first success with the country of Brunei, and I said that Ken would give you more information about that. There is an official press release there. So, I'd rather not disclose that. That's commercially sensitive information. Thank you. So. Again, I'd rather not disclose any of those details. I'm more than happy to tell you about the technology that we have here and what our ambitions are, but in terms of who we're discussing our business with, that's commercial information. So you'll see the table over there. That is called the touch table, and it's one example of just how easy our command and control solutions are to use. Just by simply touching the surface, you have access to all of the mapping information and symbology related to either a defence or a civil security customer, and that allows, where they wish, the Coast Guard to be coordinated with the police, to be coordinated with defence forces. I understand that different countries have different doctrines, but where they wish, then that they could join together. And I know there are a number of major Coast Guard security projects or internal land security projects to increase that situation awareness, and that is what we're very good at doing. But so much the better where we do it in partnership with Indian industry. That's what's required here.
Let me say, English companies look at India and see the huge market potential, the growth potential, the potential to partner with Indian companies. There is a level, or let's say a threshold of the unknown. India, to a lot of UK companies, presents a huge continent, subcontinent, with so many people and a different culture, different business methods. So it needs a lot of understanding. One of the things that we do is to present English companies with a platform of helping them understand the culture, holding events in England and having Indian persons to explain how to do business in India. And that's one of the core themes that we promote, is the actual doing business in India. What are what's the methodology? What do I have to know? How do I have to approach the market? How do I find the right partner? And it's all about finding the right partner. So I think FDI is probably in its infancy here at the moment, but the potential for growth is extremely high, and I'm sure it will grow substantially in the future. Absolutely. If you talk to any of the companies here, nobody comes here to say, we want to sell. And really, it's a fact. And the central theme of the presentations I give to UK companies is, look, you are looking to collaborate. It has to be a partnership, collaboration. We have to think of Indianization of the product you're taking, because a product that's good in England might not be transferable to India without adaptation. So we're looking at collaboration, adaptive technology, and making sure that the product or service that we're bringing to this country is suitable for, and it's also partnered by Indians. I mean by that the partners they find will help in developing this product for this market. So we're not trying to sell this there without making it suitable for the requirements of this country. No two, especially in the Homeland Security business, it's doctrine that dictates technology, always. And that has to be the primary driver for all companies here, saying what is the Indian doctrine for securing the country against terrorism, and how can our products be adapted to suit the Indian requirement with the help of Indian companies. Yeah. The companies we have involved in our program are very, very good. And if you ask any of the guys here and ask them on the qualifications and capability of the Indian companies they're working with, they'll confirm that they really are top level, really good, extremely good. Satisfied with? I'm sure that the companies will find the arrangements according to their requirement here. I'm sure it's something that is going to be looked at and considered, but it's an arrangement I think that most are going to be comfortable with. I think that's a question for the individual company.
You're representing them.
I'm representing them in terms of supporting them into the Indian marketplace. Commercial questions have to be handled by the companies individually, because that affects their commercial. It's extremely buoyant here. You have probably the most buoyant market in the theatre here, and you have growth, 7-8% GDP growth, which is way ahead of any other country here in theatre. So, as I said, an extremely important market, and the key driver of maybe world economy at the moment. Depends what they mean, what's not easy. Look, I think maybe that applies to companies who maybe have the wrong mindset, the wrong strategy. There are companies who think they can go into a foreign market and make sales success overnight. But this applies to European countries or Australia. They treat most markets the same. Companies who really do their homework, have a very good foundation of knowledge in terms of researching the market, gleaning all the information they can about a market, and this is again where UKTI seek to assist and provide information for them, is be well prepared, do your homework, do the right level of research, then make the decision in terms of, is the market right for us, for our product, and then you know that it's not going to be overnight. Everybody here is here for the long term. There are companies who already have been dealing with India for 4, 5, 6 years. They know it's not going to happen overnight. They know that there has to be a commitment made by them for the long term. So we're not looking at 1 or 2 years, we're looking at a 10-year commitment from these companies to say, I will visit India 3, 4, 5 times a year if necessary. I will exhibit every year here at Indesec. So they've all made the right decisions in terms of saying this is what India requires of us. If we want to be successful, we have to make sure we deal in the way that it's required for that country.
Indesec 2010 has indeed been a spectacular event. Just under one roof, 92 companies displayed their latest technologies. But only time will tell when our security forces will actually use these weapons. This is Abhay Singh Thapa with Abhishek Singh for SP Guide Publication.